Connor Benn continues to be real disrespectful in the game of boxing. After he picked up a win over Rodolfo Orozco, a win that he was supposed to dominate in and really didn't even hurt the guy bad until around round 8, round 9, comes out and he puts a picture on his Instagram, and it's a picture of him knocking out Chris Eubank Jr., who I have a lot of respect for, who just picked up a good rematch victory win over Liam Smith. I really do not like Connor Benn. I would love to see Chris Eubank Jr. versus Connor Benn. I've been wanting to see that fight for actually over a year, maybe 2 years now. That fight's overdue. I don't like Connor Benn, and I want to see Chris Eubank Jr. put Connor Benn in his place, the place that he deserves to be in. But yeah, Connor Benn posted a picture on his Instagram basically knocking out Chris Eubank Jr. and he says, "I want you next, Junior." So we know who Connor Benn wants next. And the rumors are, if he doesn't get Chris Eubanks at 154, then he's going to move back down to 147. And people are throwing out the possibilities of him fighting Jaron Ennis, which I don't think would be a smart idea at all. He would get smoked by Ennis. But Chris Eubanks Jr. versus Connor Benn is a fight that must happen. It would be great for the fans. I would love to see that fight. And I know that my boy Chris Eubanks Jr. would not let me down, and he would beat this cheat. And I think the boxing world would be very happy to see Connor Benn lose to Chris Eubanks Jr. And another boxing news, it's time. It's fight week, baby. We got Charlo and Canelo Alvarez. It's this week. We are here this Saturday. And I got some bad news. Right away, man. When the tickets first came out for this fight, when this fight first got announced, tickets started off at $800-something. Tickets are all the way down to $350, $300. I've even seen some for $299. Tickets are not selling. Canelo Alvarez and Charlo are not selling. People just are not interested in going to this fight. And it just shows that Canelo doesn't have the leverage and the ticket selling abilities and to be able to call himself the face like he used to. You know, enough cherry picks with guys like Yildirim and Fielding and Ryder made the fans, have enough of Canelo. He drinks a lot. A lot of people don't even think he takes his career too seriously anymore. And I wouldn't be surprised by Friday or Thursday night if we see these tickets go all the way down to, maybe not down to 150. That would be really low. But I could easily see this tickets price going down to about 250, maybe even 200, which is crazy considering it's Canelo versus Charlo. But the ticket sales are just not selling. The Teofimo Lopez versus Josh Taylor fight was about $75. This fight's about $200, and these are supposed to be two superstars. Keep in mind, when Terrence Crawford and Earl Spence fought, tickets were $800, and those tickets did perfectly fine selling. So just to give you the idea of how bad the Canelo versus Charlo ticket sales are doing right now, they're desperate to get tickets sold, that they're starting to give away tickets. So this is bad news for Canelo and Charlo. But get to the fight. Man, I like Charlo's chances to win. I have not seen the same Canelo recently. I picked Canelo to win this fight, but man, I'm starting to have my doubts on Canelo because I know that Canelo has not looked the same, and I don't expect him to look much different than what I've seen in his past 2 fights. What, all of a sudden he's going to have more motivation because he's fighting Charlo? I don't think so, but we'll see. The only thing that I think he has going for him in this fight is that Charlo fights really dumb sometimes. He doesn't use his jab enough. I've said it time and time again. He doesn't use his jab enough. And I don't think he's going to be able to exploit Canelo's weaknesses enough to prevail for victory.